Hi, welcome to Bella's Yoga Room. I'm Bella. Today we've got a fun flow. So we're going to be moving with the breath, moving the body, and having maybe a little bit of fun. So as always, listen to your body, take any modifications you need to, and let's get started. I'm sitting up in Hero's Pose. So if this is not a good position for you, you could always grab a block and come and sit on that. So have the block in between your ankles and then sitting upright like that. You could have a cushion. You can also just come into a seated position that is comfortable for your body. So once you've found a position that works for you today, let's have that rest the hands on the thighs. Close the eyes. Allow the shoulders to drop down away from those ears. Take a deep breath in and out through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose and letting go. And just noticing how the body's feeling. Maybe you picked this video because you're in an high energy mood. Maybe you picked this because you want to have a bit of fun. Whatever the reason, so glad that you're here with me. With our eyes still shut, let's start to draw little circles with our nose, inviting in some movement into that neck. Nice and slow. Maybe hearing some crunches. I am. And going the other way, evening it out. And coming back to center. Let's open those eyes. Allow that left hand to come down on the ground. Inhale, big reach over. Exhale, coming back to center. Inhale over to the right side. Back to center. Over to the left again. Again, trying to make sure that that right shoulder is not collapsing over. We're really trying to keep it nice and open. And again, over to that right side. And allowing the hands as we inhale, coming up, maybe looking up, and exhale, down. Inhale, looking up, exhale, coming down. Allowing the right hand to come onto that left knee, maybe looking over to the left side. Going back to center. Exhale over here to the right now. Inhale, center. Exhale to twist. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist to the right side. And back to center. Come over onto all fours. Hands under the shoulders. Knees under those hips. Let's open up that chest, looking up into our cow pose, and exhale, sucking that tummy in for our cat pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, back to center. Let's bring that left hand a little bit more towards the center, not completely. Gonna open out and then thread that arm underneath. Inhale, we're coming up. Exhale, threading underneath. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Last time there. And inhale, allowing that right hand now to come to the back, to the center of that mat. Opening up. Inhale, the right, left, and coming underneath. Inhale, open, expand. Exhale, underneath that right arm. Inhale, last time here, and exhale. Coming back to center. Gonna extend out those right toes, rocking back and forth, getting into that lower leg. And then just coming to be still and allowing that right toe to do a rainbow over the left side, looking over that left shoulder at those right toes. Hello. Bringing it back. Knee comes back in, extending that left leg, rocking back and forth there. And then drawing that rainbow with the left toes and maybe looking over that right shoulder, getting that stretch in the side body here. And drawing it back. Both knees come back to center. We're going to tuck those toes underneath. Maybe walk those hands a little bit further out. And then lifting up those hips and pedaling out the feet. In our down dog too, we can have the knees as bent as you need to. Really thinking about opening up again in that chest. Big deep breath. Let's lift up that right leg. Step it forward. Allow that left knee to come down. Untuck those left toes. And arms coming up. Or they can sit on those hips. So again, take the modification that suits your body today. And then we're going to, so if you don't have your hands on hips, bring them to the hands on hips. Bringing your weight up a little bit so we're not sort of sinking into those hips now. And we're going to pivot. So we're thinking about bringing the toes all the way behind so you can't see it anymore, on our left knee. And then we're going to straighten out and allow that right foot to come, so we're resting on the inside of that right foot. Hands into a nice T here. And you might stay here. You might open here, create a little bit of space in that left side body. And then we're going to cartwheel all the way down, allowing that left hand to come down to the ground. And maybe looking up, or we can just look down as well. Staying here, you might also want to lift up that right leg for a little bit of balancing fun, or you can always just keep that flat too. And we're going to then allow that right hand to come down and walking the hands all the way, gently pivoting on that knee, allowing it to slide on your mat. Hopefully you're not just on carpet and getting a carpet burn here. Have that left hand on the ground, twisting open to that right side. And then bringing the hands down, tucking those left toes underneath. And we're going to step back into our down dog. Now we've got an option here to stay here, taking some nice deep breaths. Or you might want to come forward to your plank, lowering down. You can always have those knees down too. And then come back into your down dog. Let's lift up that left leg, stepping that forward, lowering that right knee, untucking those toes, coming into that low lunge. Nice deep breaths here, thinking again about that nice open chest. And then allowing the hands to come down to the hips, bringing our weight back a little bit, allowing that right knee to pivot there. and bringing the foot now so it's parallel to the ends of the mat and coming onto the inside edge of that left foot here. Hands into a T, coming over to that right side, left side. Really getting my left and right confused today. And then back to our arms in a T and allowing that right hand. You could also grab a block as well, so you could have that block there for a little extra space. Always there as an option. Maybe lifting up that left leg. And then walking your hands all the way back to the front of the mat, framing that left foot and then opening out, twisting to that left side. Coming back down. Let's tuck those right toes underneath and then stepping back into our down dog. And again, option to stay here. You can always lower the knees too if you want to take a break. Otherwise, we're just going to do a quick little flow here. And coming back to our down dog. Well done. Going to get a bit wild now. So lifting up that right leg. And we're going to then flip over into our wild thing. Hand can be right up. Again, really thinking about keeping those hips, not allowing them to sink. Could have the arm reaching behind. Nice deep breaths here. And then we're going to flip back over and pedal it out in our down dog. Well done. Going to go for the second side. If you do want to take a little break, feel free to. If you're ready, let's lift up that left leg and then flipping over my squeaky mat. Again, thinking up. Try reaching back. And then let's pivot on that right foot. Woo! Pedal it out. And let's lower those knees. Well done. Bring the toes to touch. Knees nice and wide. And then allowing the bottom to sit back and stretching those arms nice and long. Whew. Just noticing the breath. To walk the hands over off the left side of the mat. And then walking them back to center and off the right side now. Coming back to center. Last moment here. Feeling that expansion as you breathe in. Coming forward. Transitioning to come sitting down. Give those legs a little bit of a shake. Hugging that right knee up into the chest, maintaining that nice straight spine. Hug that left arm around that right knee. And maybe looking over that right shoulder. Going back to center. Let's swap those legs over. Bring that left knee up, nice straight line in that spine, and then twisting over the left. All right, back to center. Give those legs one more little shake out. Bend those knees. Let's think nice and tall as we then reach past our feet. Whether we reach them or whether we don't, that's not the goal. And then maybe lowering down. Allowing the head to bow to the body. And slowly rolling up. We're going to come lie down on our backs now. Let's just hug those knees in. One last little bit of compression there. And then just letting the legs slide all the way down. Arms by the side of the body. Closing the eyes. Noticing how the body is feeling. Notice how the breath is. What's the rate and rhythm now? And staying here as long as time allows, or if you're ready to get on with your fun day. Then wiggling those fingers, wiggling the toes. Bringing the knees, maybe rolling over to one side, pushing up. Coming into a seated position. Opening the eyes if you're ready to. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please let me know how you found the practice and take care. See you next time. Bye.